So I was experiencing fatigue, just tired, sluggish. I was on antidepressants off and on for years, being a guinea pig with that. I wasn't living a productive full life. I was tired all the time. I'd go to work and then come home and sleep. And, I thought I was going through depression. And I just literally I just hated it. I just didn't feel good. And so I started working here, and I met Rebecca, and she introduced me she was telling me about the pellets and how natural they are. And so I went ahead and got them, and when I did, I'm telling you, like, I felt the best I've ever felt since I was a kid. Literally, I have energy that is natural feeling. I have better rest, sleep at night. I wake up feeling like I'm just energized, full of life. I'm calmer. Like I handle situations, like the pressure of situations in life, in a calm way. I'll tell you something else. My clarity is so amazing. Like, this sounds so funny, but it truly is real. I remember telling Rebecca and Trisha that I feel smart. I'm not even kidding you.
Wow.
Like, my memory, I had no idea just how clouded minded I was until I got the pellets, and it's just the clarity and just.
So what was she low of? What?
So she was just low in testosterone and progesterone. And the progesterone is a feel-good hormone. I've had people that I just put them on progesterone who were depressed, crying all the time, and insomnia. So it helps you sleep, and it's your feel-good hormone. So you need progesterone. A lot of people don't think you need it until after you've removed your uterus. Like, a lot of people won't even suggest it, but your brain needs progesterone, your whole body needs progesterone. So, and the testosterone was in the pellets.
Yes.
They cause a lot of problems. Fatigue that she mentioned. For a lot of women, low sex drive. That's mainly the number one reason.
So did that help?
Yes, it will save marriages all across the world.
Awesome. Let's zoom in on that. How did that help? Okay.
Zoom in on the couple.
Yes, you're next.
Yes, I'm telling you, like, yay, thank you, God.
Yeah.
You know, that was another area of my life where I was frustrated and had no drive, and the pellets have cured that. So I can say that I'm not a physician, but I really suggest women getting their hormones checked and before they go and get on antidepressants, because in fact mine was not depression. It was actually my hormones were imbalanced.
Wow. And how old are you, can I ask?
I'm 45.
Awesome. That's great. So what's a good age to have this checked?
30s and up. Even earlier, some people, it would be a further workup if they were younger than, like, in their 20s, to figure out, well, there's got to be some underlying cause if, like, testosterone was low, especially estrogen in a woman. But
So
yeah,
you help couples, and how does that work?
Interesting, because the number one thing I don't even have to ask about, it's like they're exploding when they walk in the door 4 weeks after their pellets, and that is how good their sex life is. Because you can't talk about it.
Well, I mean, if you want me to explain, I will explain. This started with me.
Yeah.
So I was doing a full dose of the pellets.
Yeah.
She had nothing to do with it at the time. That was about to end my marriage.
Yeah.
I was just gonna throw that out there.
Like, what do you mean?
Like it was
just,
working
we were
really
just
well.
not on the same page.
Yeah.
Like his energy was up.
You know, I come home and I'm like,
we're not.
And you're tired.
Yeah, he was, his energy.
Hear me roar!
Yeah.
I know, my husband's family, I'm like, whoa, come on! Like, yeah.
right. So then I told her, I was like, hey, you should. And then finally, I just made the appointment, and she came in and seen her. And at one point in our relationship, I looked at her and I said, listen, I'm maxed out on pellets, okay? I can't get any more pellets. It's like I woke up this monster. So No, it's night and
Do
day.
you still take them now?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you tell when you need them?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can tell when they're wearing off.
You can see the build, you know, the peak, and then you could just. I mean, it's gradual. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's not a
when you
crash.
get it, you have like a couple days where you're just an ass and then it just goes back to normal, or does it go like up and down? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's not
it's
really.
like aggression and being like
No.
ornery and
No, I mean, it's really, I, for me, I didn't do it because of the sex drive side. I did it because of my size, being lethargic, tired, etc., joints, bone hurting, etc., and it all fixed that. And then it literally took me from 40 years old back to 16 again in that area.
And you're like,
So,
oh,
Wow.
it's-
So tell
gosh.
us about your experience, because that's great. I appreciate you sharing that. That's
I
awesome.
appreciate you sharing that.
A men's perspective, and I know a lot of women will be
So-
watching this video. How did it really? Do you have any symptoms before? Or what was the difference from before and after?
I had every single one of those symptoms on that poster. Anxiety, fatigue, low sex drive. I could not sleep. I was moody all the time. I had night sweats like crazy. I thought I was premenopausal. Like, I'm almost 40. So, and I honestly thought I was premenopausal. I'm a pharmacist and I could not think. I couldn't focus. My brain was like, I would just, throughout the day, I would be irritable and like my brain would just be clouded. And so he suggested that I come in and get him checked, and I did, and I was low in testosterone.
Yeah. I think you're the number for, yeah, the two numbers are fine.
And so I got the pellets, and it just, my energy level is crazy. It's like,
Awesome.
it's amazing.
And your focus has changed
yeah.
at work.
Yeah, I've lost like 25 pounds so far.
Awesome.
Just from being able to get off the couch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just
More
from being able to
movement.
get more movement. My anxiety level has gone down. Sex drive
That's
up.
awesome.
Been able to sleep.
Wow.
It's life changing. It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
And you see so many, as a pharmacist, you dispense so many
You're emotionally,
non-bioidentical,
Yeah.
replacements for
Right.
this. And so it's just amazing to have this option out there.
So may I ask why you chose pellets and not like the compound creams or these other solutions? What was it about that drew you in?
Me specifically, just because of his experience,
Okay.
just because of the difference I saw in him, and just learning about it from.
I like the fact that it's plant based
Yeah.
versus synthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I don't know if the creams are synthetic or.
there's compounds.
Yeah, I don't know much about the creams. I just like the fact that I
You have
don't.
to put it on every day, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extended.
A little
you can't
more.
touch kids.
A little more manually.
Kind of like a Ronco.
So that was my next question, Rebecca. What does the pellet look like? How does it feel? How is it inserted? What is that?
Okay, so for the men, it's probably looks just like a rabbit pellet. Like
Yeah.
if you've ever seen
Yeah.
the food, what you would feed a rabbit. It looks like exactly the same size. But for women, it's really little. Like some of the one, like the estrogen, you don't have estrogen, I don't think, but it is teeny tiny. So you look at it, you're like, how's this little thing work?
Yeah.
But since it's bioidentical, your body recognizes it immediately as your own, and so it goes and uses it over that 3 to 4 months for women, 4 to 6 for men. So, and the creams are fine too. It's just that I find a lot of people don't want to deal with the mess every day. I mean, you gotta wait for it to dry. You can't put your clothes on. You can't touch kids, especially, or your spouse for so long. So
I guess cost might be a difference a little bit too, depending on someone's budget, kind of a
I
thing.
honestly think it's about the same.
Okay.
You buy all the hormones, you're just paying out a monthly. But for the pellets, we'll do if men want to pay out over 3 payments, or women want to divide it in 2, we'll do that. Just because it is an expensive procedure, but also much
Beneficial.
worth- Yeah.
Yeah.
worth it.
Okay. So how often do they get this blood work or checked or rechecked to know if they need it again, or?
So the first year I watched pretty closely because it's like they were kind of talking about how they feel when it runs out. I try to miss that part, but it's not always perfect. So the first year we're trying to figure out, are you an every 3 month person? Are you every 4 months? Because everybody's different. Everybody gets a different prescription. Everybody gets something different. So your body's gonna metabolize the way it metabolizes. So finding that perfect, there's not a perfect way to do it because hormones, fluctuate and you use them as you need them. But usually with the pellets rather than the creams, the synthetics, you're gonna feel this. It's gonna come up about 4 weeks. You're gonna be at your peak. It's gonna come down a little bit, but it should stay pretty steady until. And then that's usually when people are coming to me frantic if I've waited too long.
Yeah.
Please fix me. I'm a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Anxiety tends to go up a little bit more. I haven't been sleeping very good, so. And then energy level, you can just tell. I mean, it's not a crash. But you can just tell it's just a little bit more down, and so because we're kind of on the end here, but yeah, you can tell. But like I said, it's not a crash or anything, but it's
For me, it's anxiety and I get night sweats. It's when I know I'm bad.
yeah.
Right. So this pellet will, I guess, not repair the night sweats, but resolve that. Okay.
And I swear, they say it takes that 4 weeks to kind of hit your peak, but I swear it's worked in 4 days or either it was a placebo.
Yeah, no, it has.
I know, that's what I felt too. And then I had other people tell me that it did, like 4 days. Like, it's like your body recognizes
The next day for me, on one of my visits, literally, I was like, ready to go. So, no, I mean, yeah.
Awesome. Anybody have any questions about hormones or the pellets or the creams? Anybody?
I do. Oh, sorry, go ahead. The difference in like the shots, like getting a shot for men.
The
shots
shot,
compared
the
to-
shot's synthetic. I mean, versus the plant-based. Your body, anytime you put something foreign in your body, obviously we don't like it. So that goes for everybody. I've seen a lot, and I know other men that I work with that's had blood issues and whatnot on the synthetic, because their body didn't agree with it, and I've heard more positive about the pellets, which is the plant-based.
When you did the shots for
I did the shots,
a couple
but I didn't.
rounds, but it wasn't nearly.
It's not as good as the pellets. I mean, it just.
Would you feel better on the shot?
Oh, the pellets.
Yeah.
Pellets.
Is it a more like consistent release?
Oh yes, yes.
So versus doing every
Yes.
day like this,
Yes.
maybe.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, the shot peaks at like day 4 or 5. And if you're getting it 1 time a week,
Right.
then you're just like this the whole time. And my husband used to be on the shots too before I did the pellets. And he was like, I just feel like I'm on this roller coaster all the time. And that's exactly how you are.
And realistically, even if you break the price structure down, is the pellets a little bit more expensive? Yes. But if you, by the time you buy, the syringes and the shots and the going in and the fuel and the if you add it all together, it's really not that much difference. I mean,
Sounds like it changes your life. Like it
it's
saved
a big
your
deal.
marriage and it changes your life. She's
It
looking at her
did.
face.
Like,
Yeah.
I would honestly say with 100% confidence that it did.
Wow.
I honestly did because that's probably the number one thing. Well, it's the
Well,
number one thing that most couples fight about, right? Money and sex. It's
There's
like,
too many other benefits to it, as far as
Yeah. Just
mentally,
that. Yeah.
clearing your mind. Like, for example, when she's a witness to it, when I get out of bed in the morning, long before the pellets, I'd snack, crackle, and pop.
Mhm.
And since I've been on those pellets, I don't get out of bed and snack, crackle, and pop. I mean, I can't stress enough. I mean, and most people that I talk to, cost is what it boils down to. And I try to explain to them the difference. I
Well,
mean,
the cost of what you're going to lose is probably
Right.
more than
Right.
what you're going to gain from this benefit.
Right.
So
And
the loss of
they're
your
also-
family, the loss of your
Just
health,
everything
your
in general.
your bones, your joints,
Yeah.
mental. Yeah. I
And
could
so
see that.
now I just got to get them in here to try it.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest deal. Is like, look, all you got to do is one time. I promise you, one time go in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
We make the sacrifices of what we want where we need it. But yeah. Yeah, so we do consultations to talk to people here, and then if they choose to go that route, we discuss not payment arrangements, but payment options that best suits them and how many pellets and that kind of thing. Is that right, Rebecca?
That's correct.
Okay.
Anybody can come in for a free consult, but if we start the process, the lab, and then I'm doing a thorough like physical on you and looking at your chart and password, then we take insurance and we can do the opposite that do that. And I have heard some will. What kind of insurance do you have? Have you ever called your
The
insurance?
Blue Cross Blue Shield,
Have you called them to see if they'll cover pellets?
they won't do the pellets.
Oh, okay. Some will.
They'll do
We
the
don't.
blood work.
They will.
the labs.
Yeah.
I believe they'll do the.
Another patient that has Blue Cross Blue Shield.
They're-
and they're covered.
Yeah, there's some.
Ah, but they don't have Walmart.
So it depends on the employer then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's worth calling. We don't file for on the pellets.
We're about to.
Oh, okay, so that's
Yes, we do
possible.
now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
What if you're on an estrogen pill every day because you've had a hysterectomy?
That's gonna be in your pellet, and if that's synthetic, I'd strongly encourage you to see me.
To switch to that because it's not.
Because it's bioidentical, yeah.
I wouldn't,
So then
yeah.
that would
You wouldn't
replace
need it.
her pill.
I wouldn't need that anymore.
So it's a pellet and you wouldn't take a pill at all anymore?
Right.
No. I'll probably keep you on it like a week just so you won't see that big, like change.
You don't want me off of
Yeah.
So you gradually like, you're coming off that and then you're
Yeah, because
coming
I've been on
on
it for like 25 years.
What have you been on specifically, may I ask?
Estradiol.
Estradiol? Okay. All right.
I've tried to do the cream and I've tried to do the patches and I'm allergic to them.
Oh, okay.
I used the patches for years, and I was having breakthrough hot flashes, and they didn't wanna go up on the doses of the patches. I did this, I feel normal again. Like I'm not really
When you
having
say-
menopause symptoms.
When you say you don't wanna know you off the pill, like what happens to you if you don't take that pill?
Bitchy.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I might murder somebody. No, not
Barely.
really. I'm just, not really. That's a video, but it's not really.
I have justification for bitchy.
So that keeps like the mood right.
Oh, yeah. Sweat, night sweats, just
I have night
hot
sweats
flashes.
as well. I have hot flashes as well. Oh, Rebecca.
Oh, you're gonna come see me. I know, and I had somebody today that is my age, and she's already perimenopausal. So 38,
How old are you?
and 37. Dang, I did that again. I sounded older. That feels good though when you. At least I didn't go 36. So you never know. Hot flashes is a big estrogen thing. Libido, testosterone, fatigue, testosterone. Not sleeping, progesterone. So everything, like everybody knows it. And then I'm sure Amy sees it a lot. Is all
Now,
the
do men have the progesterone?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you have some, but we don't. We wouldn't give you anything. But I'm sure Amy's seen the amount of antidepressants that go out. That's what's so sad is that like I can fix the underlying cause. You don't have to just do like
Meds.
antidepressants. Yeah.
So there's a happy solution. So come out to PRC and meet Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate you.
Thank you.